All right. Welcome to Saints on Cinema. This is Tim Wilde.
I'm Josh Edlow.
Yeah, we are. We're here tonight to do a quick Revelations episode on the new movie called Trek, the movie. And I had a friend that started posting about this on Facebook, and I was like, is this some Star Trek thing or like some documentary or something about the first Star Trek motion picture or something? Couldn't figure it out.
You just call it a documentary? Is that how you said it?
I don't know. Documentary?
Yeah, that's what you got. Documentary? Isn't it documentary? Anyway, sorry. Okay.
Anyway, I thought maybe it was a long, boring movie telling information from an artistic perspective with an agenda, which would be a documentary. I'll put it right here. Anyway, but it's not. It's none of those things. It's it's a spoof. I'm talking about from what it seems like, the big trek that happened, the Mormon trek that happened back in the 90s. I think it was the big one where the church went back and reenacted and traveled the entire route of the Mormon trek from Nauvoo to Salt Lake. We're gonna watch the trailer. Josh hasn't seen it, but it's we'll just see what we think.
Ready to go? Let's do it.
In the fall of 1856, the Martin Handcart Company hit trouble.
Come on! They'd walked hundreds of miles. They'd run out of food. They knew that freezing and death were just hours away.
Come on, Shirley!
How do you think they handled that?
But sacrifice is a very personal experience. As for the rest of you, get your bags out. Judgment Day's at hand. Thank you, Brother Crab. Hey, just gather your things. We'll meet kindly under the awning over there.
I'm taking 150 teenagers into the wilderness for 3 days. It's to worry about.
In order to keep this as realistic as possible, there will be no unauthorized food.
Hey,
no technology of any kind.
The world's gonna hear about this. Hashtag Satan's plan!
Now we're about to head out on Trek. Let's find out what everyone has to say.
I'm gonna miss my phone.
I can't do this. Hey, shut it off.
3 days.
All right. It's like the size of $1. And then, I swear, I'm not joking. All right, everybody, let's
3 days.
We feel there's an opportunity for you older kids. This time, you're in charge.
You know what I'm thinking?
Bags are packed, are you ready to go?
Hey, look, Tom came. I thought Tom wasn't coming.
This time tomorrow will be all
I don't want to pull a simulated handcart so I can have a simulated spiritual experience and gain a simulated testimony.
Oh, no, you chill out.
Nobody's making you stay, Tom.
riding with you in the sunny earth.
It's not usually like that. So that trip last summer, he was like my big brother.
How about you with Anna? You guys spent all day together.
Yeah, she's cool. She's not Mormon.
Shut up.
Howdy, fellas.
Are you ready for this bizarre cultural ritual thing?
Let's call it Mormon cosplay.
Taking the good.
No one knows how they're going to react when they're asked to give up something they never imagined they'd lose. These people did, and maybe there's something they can teach us.
Home is with you wherever that may be.
Oh, come on. It's 7 a.m. for heaven's sakes.
All right. Okay, well, that's Trek, the movie, the trailer. So what you think, Josh?
I think it looks good. It looks like it's well done. It looks it's not cheaply done like some of the other Mormon movies that we've seen from like Hailstorm Entertainment. I like the fact that the director of Galaxy Quest is involved.
The writer, yeah.
I mean,
that's a great script. Great story.
I love Galaxy Quest, so I'm looking forward to that. It looked good. I'm surprised I hadn't heard of it before. It's already out on theaters right now. Started.
Apparently. I just barely heard about it too, like last week. But anyway, I'm just going to say my two favorite things. One, the Mormon cosplay comment. That's totally true. But I love the part where and I don't know what they're gonna do in the plot, if this is actually something that's gonna happen and they're gonna play with it a little bit, but where the leader is like, oh, we're gonna let some of you older kids kind of take charge, have a little responsibility. When I went on my youth trek when I was a kid, I was like 13. They let the priests who were 16 and over, or 16, between 16 and 18, they would let them be in charge of one of the dinner assignments, which was to they were actually to reenact some of the real circumstances to massacre. I'm going to say massacre, but to kill some chickens, and they were beheading them with an axe. But at a point, the leaders kind of left our group. I wasn't doing it, I was just watching with everyone else while they were doing it. And the priests got creative, and they decided that instead of chopping their heads off with this axe, they were going to try and just break their necks. And so one of the priests grabbed the chicken and started spinning it around to snap the neck, and it started shooting eggs out the back, and it started shooting all over the laurels, and they're like, ah! It was so hilarious. And then they put an end to that. Not the leaders. I don't know if they even figured it out, but yeah, that's exactly what happens when you put Mormon youth in charge of something like that at an event like that. And this was after we already did the trek. This was like the camp out when we were in our families and everything. But it was so funny, and all the girls just were freaking out because it was so gross. And they were like half-developed eggs. It sounds horrible, but my little 13-year-old self just couldn't handle it. It was great. Anyway, so that part rang true for me, where they had that line.
I thought it was funny at the very end, and they go, "Come on, it's only 7 a.m. and it's two of them making out." I thought that was funny. So my story with the trek is that I actually didn't go on the trek because I thought it was so silly. My leaders, everybody's like, "Yeah, we're gonna go on this trek," and I think the first time they did it in California, or at least in my area, I think I was like 15 or something, and there was me and one other guy, and they're like, "Are you gonna go?" And I was like, "No."
Sounds like a lot of work and no sleep and bad food.
Why would I ever want to do that? That doesn't make any sense at all. And yeah, I never went. And so, but my sister went later because she was nicer and more compliant than I was, and she got a really great.
Obedience, the word, not compliant. Obedient.
Yeah, obedient. I don't know. I just never understood why we needed to walk around with hand carts to understand that they had a hard time walking around with hand carts. But regardless, I can appreciate that from afar. So anyway, but yeah, so I think it'll be good. I like spoof movies like that, especially when there's going to be some Mormon humor that not a lot of people are going to understand the Mormon lingo and things like that. So
yeah, I'm excited about it. And I like that. It seems like there's gonna be a little subplot with a little member missionary work or something going on with the inactive kid showing up or whatever. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm excited to see what they do to reminisce and enjoy the memories of what it was like, because it's a joke. I'm not saying it's dumb that a lot of, and just so people understand, this isn't something that's required. This isn't like an official church thing that we do on a regular basis. It's just a common thing that various congregations do. It's just a popular thing, especially in Utah, or in kind of west, but. It's to help the youth appreciate the lifestyle and the tough circumstances just for a day of how hard and vigorous it was to push a hand cart, even though ours was just really nice bike tires on a plywood assembled little cart, and both of our tires broke off on ours halfway through, so we end up by the end of it having to actually carry the entire thing between a bunch of 16-year-old or 12 through 16-year-old boys and girls assembling in these little middle families, or little moderately sized families of like 10 people. So yeah, it became a challenge, and it was like a whole day of hiking and walking and lifting, and it was rough. But yeah, a lot of the memories and stuff was really fun. I think that's what it's really about. Anyway, the movie looks fun. Hopefully they capture some of that. But yeah, positive spin having the director or the writer of Galaxy Quest in there involved, so I'm excited. But we'll definitely watch that and review it, and we'll talk about it and share it with you.
Yeah, I'm wondering situation. I remember hearing from my trek that I guess they gave you like a certain amount of money that you could use to buy certain supplies, and you can only buy a certain amount of stuff with this money that you had. And one of my friends he's like, well, screw this, I'm just buying jelly beans and beef jerky, and that's what he did. He ate off that for 3 days. So
yeah, that's why too, the smuggling of food into any of these youth activities, that's absolutely true too, especially camping trips. You have to have your supply, and they have it in the rules. You can't bring that stuff. So great.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun.
Okay, good. Well, we'll watch it. All right. Well, that's our Revelations episode where we just revealed to Josh that there's this awesome movie that was just revealed to me yesterday. That there's this, I'm not going to say awesome movie, that there's this movie coming out. We'll see if it's funny and holds up or not. But anyway, I'm Tim Wilde.
Oh, wait, before you do that.
What?
I would just encourage everybody to watch this and tell us what they think about the movie, what they think, if they have any comments, any thoughts about it, if they've heard anything about it, or if they've seen the movie. Let us know what you think. So it's already out. We didn't know about it till just now. And maybe somebody actually decided that they were going to spend their hard-earned money on going and seeing Trek the movie at the movie theaters.
If they actually found it showing somewhere, I don't even know where this is playing. I've not heard anything about it. I'm gonna look it up. Anyway, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Sorry, this was a very unprepared episode. So yeah. Anyway, I'm still Tim Wilde.
And I am still Josh Edlow.
Thanks for watching Saints on Cinema. We'll catch you next time.